there's no stopping doing what you can do. I mean, I've had a son since then, and you know, there's nothing stopping you getting back to normal.
I'm at the team hotel just a few miles north of Wembley. We'll be speaking live to the City manager, Phil Parkinson.
And the cold weather looks set to continue. There could even be a little bit of snow on the ground to greet us tomorrow morning. I'll be back with your full forecast, including one for Wembley, later in the programme.
It's cold here at Valley Parade, but nobody cares about that. You know, if you could bottle the atmosphere here at Valley Parade tonight, you'd make an absolute fortune, because City are preparing to make history.
What a special event this is going to be. Now let's just remind ourselves, Bradford City in the 4th tier of English football, put together for just tens of thousands of pounds, Harry, even less, are preparing for the League Cup final against Swansea.
Now I can promise you this. We have got some remarkable stories for you over the next 25 minutes or so. We'll be talking to legend Peter Jackson. We'll be talking to some of these quiet fans behind us. But first of all, let's have the story of the send-off today, and that comes from Olivia Richwell.
Giant killers, heroes, history makers. Their efforts have lifted the mood of a city. Now there's just one battle left.
Everyone's so excited, you know, coming out today and seeing all these Bradford fans waving the lads off is brilliant, you know, and you know, it just gives you a taste what it's going to be like, you know, 30,000 Bradford City fans down there, claret number everywhere.
This city and its football club have had a tough time in recent decades, but now the name Bradford is enjoying positive publicity around the world. Australian Bantams fan David Bowers posted this on Facebook. He's had 1.7 million responses. Now he's home in time for Wembley.
What started off as a bit of a joke is, I'm halfway around the world now. I'm here, I'm back in Bradford, and we're going to Wembley. 102 years since the last cup, but it's worthwhile. This is history in the making.
The last time Bradford won a major trophy was the 1911 FA Cup. These pictures, released by the Yorkshire Film Archive, record the greatest day in the club's history so far. After the 1-0 victory against Newcastle United, this tower in Clayton near Bradford was decorated in claret and amber in celebration. The question now is, can success for the Bantams on the pitch be reflected back on a city which could really do with a boost?
This match has united the whole city. Everyone is excited. We are all looking forward to Bradford bringing back this trophy, wonderful occasion. And I think it's like a breath of fresh air.
In Bradford's mosques this afternoon, prayers were said for a City victory.
Come on, City!
And across town, pints downed in the Bantams' honour.
We're backing the Bantams! Come on, City!
Olivia Richwald, BBC Look North in Bradford.
A great send-off. I'll tell you something, they breed them tough here in Bradford. I've got my coat on. Dave Baldwin, Chief Executive, hasn't. You've got your long johns underneath there, haven't you?
Straight out of the office, I've been okay.
Tell me what this means to Bradford City Football Club.
Well, to be honest with you, I mean, from the point of view, obviously the media side of it has been fantastic. It's put really the city and the club back on the map, both on an international and a national level. But the reality is this is a firm foundation for the club for the future.
And how many fans will be going down to Wembley tomorrow or over the weekend?
33,000.
Did you, in your wildest dreams, think that you might not be able to sell 33,000, or is it just a wave of emotion taken over, really?
I'll be honest with you, once we did 27,000 tickets in the first day and a half, so my worry was we didn't have enough, and we did manage to, originally we got an allocation of 31,500, so we managed to get an extra 1,500 tickets, which got snapped up very quickly.
And you can see the excitement from the fans, and it's a bitterly cold night, but the whole weekend is just going to be one that they can build up and enjoy.
Oh, definitely. At the end of the day, you know, we're going there as the underdogs, but in reality, you know, we've been the underdogs all the way through. So you never know what can happen. But the most important thing is get there safe, enjoy the weekend, and it's one to tell the grandkids about.
It certainly is, and especially when the cup comes back to Valley Parade on Monday.
That would be very nice, wouldn't it?
Good luck, Dave. Nice to talk to you. Let me just tell you, and mark your card, actually, we've got a very special what this means in more detail. We'll look, of course, at the sporting side, but also what it means for the city. And let's be honest, over the last few years, my home city and Krista's home city has had its fair share of bumps, hasn't it? You'll know the presenter. It's this guy.
Come on, what does it mean to you as a lifelong Bradford City fan?
Oh, everything, honestly. To be there. Yeah, that's it. We could get Europe next year. I can't believe it. There you go, lad. San-Siro! Time to go home.
And that's Bradford City, introduced by Paul Hudson. All to play for, everything to play for. What do you think of Paul Hudson? Krista.
All right then, but what do you think of this car? It's amazing, isn't it? You know, every single one of the players who'll be out there on Sunday are real heroes to these fans. But let me just single out one particular person now. Matt Duke is the goalkeeper. He had to face two Premiership sides in penalty shootouts. He made scores of spectacular saves to get them to Wembley. But the biggest battle has been against cancer. At 35, Matt Duke stands head and shoulders above the rest. The goalkeeper's string of incredible saves in City's cup run has taken them to Wembley.
And Duke's kept another one out.
But Matt Duke has been fighting a battle of his own. 5 years ago, he was diagnosed with testicular cancer.
To be honest, I didn't really think about football. It was more like my life, and obviously I was thinking massively of my son. I was like, I've got a son who's, he's like coming up to 3-year-old at the time, and it like just the daft stuff like I want to see him ride a bike, and just all the really simple things. I was just thinking, I want to see this stuff, and I'd never thought of football until I kind of went past the chemotherapy and stuff. That's when I really kind of thought, I want to get back to normal now. I want to get back to work and do all the normal stuff I've done before.
Matt's goal to return to match fitness has been well and truly achieved, and just 2 weeks ago he got the all clear. The survival rate, if caught early, is more than 95%.
With men, we don't go to the pub and talk about health problems. We talk about football and beer, basically. That's what we do. And it's not necessarily having to go and tell your friends, but I would say go and see your doctor. And I think that's the thing, just acting on something early and don't kind of think, it'll be all right, I'll leave it. You've got to act on it soon.
It's actually not the first time Matt Duke has been to Wembley, but it is the first time he'll be playing in a final.
I was on the bench for the player final and we got promoted to the Premier League, and that was like 5 months after I'd had the operation, and you think you wouldn't believe this, and then to do this again, it's just a fantastic achievement, and I'm just hoping that people who are possibly going through the same look at what I've achieved obviously after that. Once you get over it and get yourself mentally right, which is a bigger challenge as much as the health problems as well. There's no stopping doing what you can do. I mean, I've had a son since then, and there's nothing stopping you getting back to normal.
What an inspirational man Matt Duke is. And I mean, you obviously, Peter Jackson, have a long association with this club, both as a player and a manager. But it's an amazing story, isn't it, Matt Duke?
An amazing story, and for what he's done for the club, particularly in this cup run, has been magnificent. And obviously to fight cancer as well, it's an incredible story. And as he says then, it's proof that you can fight it, as indeed you are. Yeah, I suffered throat cancer 5 years ago, so I'm out of remission now, so that's really good news. But yeah, it's been a fantastic couple of days for Matt, obviously going to Wembley and the all clear as well.
Fantastic.
Can I just ask you from a sporting perspective, Peter, put this into context for us, because no one could anticipate this happening in any shape or form, could they?
Well, I never thought in my time I'd see this team from the lower tier of the Football League to actually get to Wembley. And it'll be never done again, and it's got people talking about Bradford for the right reasons, and thoroughly deserve it to knock 3 Premiership sides out and get to Wembley. They deserve it.
What do you think the tactics should be on Sunday? Should they just go for it? Willy-nilly, as it were.
Well, all the pressure is on Swansea to lift the trophy. There's no pressure on Bradford. Bradford have got there. That's their cup final. They've reached it, but they have to go there and, as you say, have a real go at them. They can't afford to stand off them and let them play. A Premiership side will play around them and beat them. All they have to do is adapt how they've played against the last 3 Premiership sides, and, as you say, they've nothing to lose.
And not let the occasion overawe them, really. just to say, look, come on, we're good enough, look what we've done.
Yeah, well, Swansea, they'll be over as well. I know they're playing bigger arena and bigger stadium, but it's a big occasion for both clubs. But as I say, for Bradford particularly, it's a fantastic achievement.
Would you predict they could win this one?
Well, I didn't predict that they beat Aston Villa. I didn't predict they beat Arsenal, so anything is possible with this team at the moment. I know the league form hasn't been the best, but certainly the cup form is excellent, and you won't back against them.
How will they be feeling in the team hotel?
Happy. Nervous. They will be nervous, particularly the amount of interest that this has generated and the amount of interest, not just from in Bradford but worldwide. This is spread worldwide, so they'll be
huddled together.
Yeah, they'll be huddled together, they'll be playing cards and they'll be watching TV, and they'll be looking forward to it.
Jackie, lovely to see you.
Thank you.
And look forward to seeing you at Wembley as well. So we alluded there to what the players might be feeling in their hotel in London at the moment. Well, Tanya is there with them in Watford. Tanya, it's all yours.
Well, I have to say, the players have been wandering up and down and they seem extremely relaxed. Nerves have certainly not set in yet, but there's a little way to go, of course, isn't it? This is a huge hotel, I have to say, normally frequented by the likes of the England team. My cameraman has interviewed Fabio Capello and David Cameron here. Certainly not the normal haunt for a team like Bradford City. But it has been an incredible journey, so perhaps they deserve to be in incredible surroundings like this. It started way back at the beginning of the season at Notts County. Let's hear how they've made it all the way to Wembley from some of the people who've been watching, commentating and, of course, taking part.
Won in extra time in the first round at Notts County, came from a goal down to win 2-1 in the next game against Watford, and with 2 goals down at home against Burton Albion, forced extra time and then won it with a long-range effort late on. I don't think anybody was dreaming of Wembley at all at any stage during the first 3 games.
I went to Watford, Notts County, and then Wigan, and then Villa.
You've done them all, haven't you?
Yeah, we've done every single round. The Wigan away game for us was just unbelievable. Going there as underdogs, not thinking that we're going to win. Watched a few penalties, not looking, just looking at fans' reaction to them. But well, we are the penalty kings, aren't we, after all?
We don't lose on penalties.
Oh.
Takes one to hit a penalty, love to hear it.
The Arsenal game for me was the one that's going to be the catalyst to the whole of the cup run, because nobody gives a chance.
Glemoylan steps up and you miss it! Get it! They're one tie away from Wembley.
It were amazing, just an amazing feat. Beating Arsenal at home, 4th division. Unheard of.
The first leg here, I think when Carl McHugh scored that 3rd goal was a big moment in the cup run, because going there with a 2-goal lead obviously just gave us that extra cushion and added even more pressure onto Aston Villa.
It goes long, Hanson's yes! Oh my word! James Hanson!
The second leg of Villa Park will live long in the memory, and to get to a major Wembley Cup final is that's what dreams are made of, and it shows miracles do happen in football.
Well, I'm delighted to say I'm joined by the City manager, Phil Parkinson. Phil, how is everybody? Are the nerves setting in yet?
No, everyone's relaxed at the moment. We've had a good training session this afternoon, and the lads trained well. We've got 1 more to go tomorrow, and we'll be ready. It has been an extraordinary journey to get here. Have you had a chance to reflect on it? Will you do that at the end of the season? Obviously, as it's gone along, we've reflected on the games, and you look back and there's been moments of inspiration from so many different people throughout the cup run. Inspiration from the supporters as well. I've got to say that. You go back to the Wigan game. The backing we got there was incredible. But there's been some big moments, and we'll need a few more on Sunday. You will indeed. You're taking the players to Wembley tomorrow. What's that about for you guys? Well, I think it's all part of the build-up, and it's twofold really, to have that experience of going and look around, because a lot of the players have never been there before. But equally, when we get to the game on Sunday, there'll be no walking out on the pitch, waving at our families, etc., because we'll just want to get them in the dressing room and really focus on the game the task in hand. So tomorrow there's a chance to familiarise themselves with the surroundings, and come Sunday, we've got to keep it as normal as possible.
You can't, though, really prepare them for the noise that's going to hit them as they walk out.
No, I think that'll be something else, and it will be an experience that I'm sure we'll never forget. However, once the whistle goes, we've got to focus on how we're going to play and our game plan, and that's really important. And we want to play the game, not the occasion, and that's what we'll be preaching to the lads from now on till 4 o'clock.
You are a very cool, calm and collected character, but presumably you'll get nervous. I mean, have you thought about what you're going to feel like leading them out there?
No, because I've not been in that situation before, and it might never be again. It's we've been explaining to everybody, and everyone's aware of it, that this could be a once in a lifetime opportunity for all our supporters, the players, manager, and coaching staff. So we will savour it. How we're going to feel, we're not sure, but we're going to do our best to keep ourselves in check and produce a really good display.
Well, I think everybody, bar, I suppose, a corner of Wales, is wishing you all the very, very best, and fingers crossed you can make some incredible history out there.
Thank you very much.
Back to you guys at Valley Parade.
And don't forget, the very best coverage of the big day itself will be on BBC Radio Leeds. They're coming live from Wembley Way from noon, and full commentary from 4 o'clock.
And by the way, you can also watch this programme again if you manage to get yourselves into the BBC Sports website, or indeed on your mobile phone via the BBC Sports app.
Absolutely. Of course, the thousands of Bradford City fans who are making the journey, well, football, it seems, is everything. But there are some things that are just more important than that. And the two mascots really, really prove that point.
Absolutely, Christian. These two lads are remarkable. They've suffered so much over the last few years, but thanks to their incredible parents, and it has to be said, this wonderful football club, I think they're set for the best day of their lives on Sunday.
I'm sure.
To many, all of the Bradford City team are heroes. But let me introduce you to the real ones. The parents of Jake Turton and Ryan Siddall, and City's two mascots on Sunday. Jake had a brain tumour and is now 2 years in remission. Ryan received his dad's kidney.
The thing is, you do anything for your kids, and even though both me and my wife went down the road of doing all the testing, they actually chose me to donate my kidney to my little boy. And any father or mother would do that if they could.
I'll be like any father would be, proud, and there'll be tears rolling down my eyes, definitely, because he's been through a lot this last 3.5 years, and to have this, where he's 2.5 years in remission, it's going to be a great moment for both me and my wife.
Jake Turton, you'll love this. He's a real character.
Can I ask you about what you're going to wear on Sunday?
Well, I'm going to wear this.
Yeah.
And going to wear these socks.
Yeah.
And no.
No.
They're like these.
Yeah.
But I'm going to wear black shorts.
My dad's really special to me because he gave me my kidney to save my life. And if without that kidney transplant, I wouldn't even be here now.
If one moment can capture Sunday, let's hope it's this. Gary Jones, the City captain, hugging Jake again, just like he did at Villa Park. So a rallying call to all true sports fans. This is what it'll be like for them on Sunday. Bring the house down for them.
At the head of proceedings.
They deserve it. Lovely lads, smashing parents, and if you're going to Wembley on Sunday, please give those two a very special cheer.
Yeah, the biggest cheer. We're going to come back a little bit later. We've got messages from Bradford's Great and Good. We're going to find out who would drive a car like this. His name's Eric, and he's very, very proud of it. But for now, let's go back to the studio in Charlotte.
Thank you very much. An email discussing the Hillsborough disaster sent by South Yorkshire's Chief Constable has been reported by the force to the Home Secretary and the Police Complaints Authority. David Crompton's message was issued before the Hillsborough report criticised police conduct at the disaster. His email said they needed a pre-prepared response to avoid the force becoming what he called roadkill for the families and the media. South Yorkshire's Police Commissioner says the families of those killed could have seen the comments as insensitive and inappropriate. Scarborough Borough Council has voted to strip Jimmy Savile of the title Freeman of the Borough. The vote was unanimous at a meeting this afternoon. The motion also says Savile should never again be considered for memorials, recognition or awards, and his name should never be used for streets or properties. Another 2 houses at Knipe Point near Scarborough have been demolished because landslips have made them unsafe. But one of them was only bought with the intention of one day being pulled down. Artist Kane Cunningham paid just £3,000 for the house. He's been using it as a performance project to highlight issues in society.
In the last 3 years, I've managed to raise issues about the environment, about climate change, about mortgages, about people's lives, about about in some respects, about the bigger issues that I'm concerned about, other people are concerned about.
Now in Rugby League, the Leeds Rhinos defend their World Cup Challenge title at Headingley tonight. They face Melbourne Storm in a one-off match between the Super League champions and the NRL winners from Australia. They've met twice before in the competition. The Rhinos won the first game in 2008, but 2 years later the Storm came out on top 18-10. We'll have the action in the late bulletin tonight, but we better get the forecast. The weekend is here. Keely, how is it looking?
A cold one and a wintry one as well. It may well be we wake up tomorrow morning with a covering of snow, only a small covering, 1 to 2 centimetres in some spots, perhaps a little bit more over the North York Moors. So tomorrow, a cold and cloudy day once again, and there will be further wintry showers through tomorrow too. So the pressure chart shows a relatively settled pattern of weather. We've got a ridge of high pressure. So aside from those showers, no fronts to speak of, but we're still dragging in that very cold air. So very chilly, although temperatures will start to recover, I think, as we make our way through at the beginning of next week. So here's the satellite picture from earlier. A lot of cloud around. We didn't see very many breaks in it today. And it has been thick enough to produce 1 or 2 light flurries through the last few hours. So as we go through the next few hours, we'll keep a lot of the cloud, and we are looking once again at another widespread frost. I think those snow showers will become more frequent overnight, and as I say, by the end of the night there could be a slight covering in places with perhaps a few centimetres over the North York Moors. As I say, a widespread frost, temperatures down to around -1 or -2 degrees, so there will be some frosty, icy patches on the road into tomorrow morning. So we start the day with the sun rising at 9 minutes past 7, setting again just after 5:30. The next high water in Filey at 2:49 tomorrow morning. So as I say, tomorrow on untreated roads and pavements, there could be a little bit slippy underfoot with a little bit of fresh lying snow. And it's going to be a wintry day tomorrow. There'll be a lot of cloud. The graphics look really dreadful, but there won't be an awful lot of that snow settling through tomorrow's daylight hours, and some of the snow showers will turn back to sleet, particularly along the coast. But it's going to feel cold once again. A breeze from the northeast, and temperatures really struggling. It may be that some spots get a degree or so higher than today's values, but generally we'll be sitting between around 2 and 4 degrees. 2 is 36 Fahrenheit. On Sunday, it looks like it's going to be a largely dry day, but a very cold one down in Wembley. So you'll need to wrap up warm if you're heading down to the Capital One Cup final at Wembley. Here in Yorkshire, more of the same actually. Cold, cloudy with the odd wintry flurry. Charlotte.
Thank you, Keely. I got used to that lovely spring-like weather as well. Now, let us go back to Harry and Krista at Valley Parade.
And we'll have a very warm feeling, whatever the weather, won't we? Now, look, this is Eric. We said this is the man who's got the car, and this will be travelling up and down the down the motorway, won't it?
It certainly will, yes.
How long does it take you to do this?
Just a few hours in between work, at Oakenshaw Auto Centre.
Oh, no, I don't believe it. Eric, you're naughty. Now, what's your most prized possession apart from this car? You've got it there in your hand.
Oh, definitely. The tickets for the game.
The tickets. And have you got a prediction?
I certainly have. Bradford winning all the way.
Score?
3-1.
Good. We wish them well. Now, I wonder if you could come round here and join me, because let me introduce you to Martin Josephson here, who's got a very special role, because his is the official song, isn't it?
That's right, Harry. It's called I'll Always Be a Bantam, and my crowd here are going to give you a quick rendition.
Go for it now.
Come on! Bantam! Bantam! I'll always be a bantam! A bantam! A bantam! They love it! They love it!
A bantam! A bantam! A bantam!
I don't need to do anything, Harry.
A bantam! A bantam!
Yeah, catchy tune, isn't it? I'll tell you something, it's going to be a remarkable occasion, is this, for the 30-odd thousand Bradford City fans who'll be making their way down to Wembley. Let's have a quick chat with them, Krista.
Oh, look at you. You've got your thermals on and 3 shirts.
I know.
My dream has come true.
Because you're going to Wembley.
I know. I mean, it's 1996 I went with my missus, but not this time. I'm going with daughters, my son, my grandchildren, and I'm going to enjoy the day. I'll tell you what, and you'll never know what can happen. Jimmy,
I know exactly what's going to happen. We're going to win.
Jimmy, I know. As I say till we die, you see, and we're there. Jimmy Reeves said, it's a funny old game and all can happen.
It is a funny old game. Let's talk to one of the youngsters then, because this is a big day for the new fans, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Yeah, very excited.
Okay.
Sorry, Jimmy.
You don't like speaking. Well, let's hope that you've cheered that loud when we win on Sunday that you can't speak at all.
Come on! At this point, let's wish these Rhinos tonight all the best in their World Club Challenge. But we're going to leave you now with some very famous voices and faces of people who want to say all the very best to Bradford City at Wembley on Sunday.
And so do we. All the best, the Bantams.
Claret and amber, I seem to remember for years.
I shall be rooting for you all afternoon and wishing you on and wishing you well. It's the most stupendous achievement so far. Go on, you can do it.
We are the spirits of Bradford City.
And today, oh my Lord, James Hampton has scored for Bradford City. They're all squaring.
Good luck to the lads at Wembley this weekend. Fantastic achievement. Let's hope you can bring the cup back to Bradford.
On behalf of Smokey, good luck to Bradford City in the cup final. Go Bradford.
I want to congratulate Bradford City Football Club on an amazing achievement to get to the League Cup final. Have a great day at Wembley. Come on, you Bantams.
My name's Timothy West. I was born in Bradford a long time ago. You've done very well, haven't you, as a team? Terribly well. Well, go on. Lots of luck.
Now we just got to nail it. Get down there and win that final. Good luck, guys.
Let's hope Bradford City doesn't miss the ball at Wembley. Good luck, fellas!
It's all about Let's Dance for comic relief on The One Show. Next.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Ben.
I'm Katie.
You're gorgeous.
You're amazing.
I think I love you.
I love you too.
Let's move in together.
Let's get married.
Let's have kids.
2.
3.
4.
I'm so glad we met.
Oh, me too.
Actually,
It's not you, it's me.
I just need some space.
You're stifling me.
I want a divorce.
Talk to my lawyer.
I'm keeping the CDs.
Your dreams.
You don't have to do things all in one go. Instead of renewing your TV licence once a year, you can pay weekly, monthly or quarterly. Visit tvlicensing.co.uk.